Hello there, I'm Lyndon Thorpe, and this is Mindful Moments Touch Your Heart Every Day. Number 2. I'm here 3 times a week. It's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Eastern Standard Time, Western Standard Time, Pacific Time. And I'm here to help you lay down a foundation of mindfulness to sustain your busy life. Yeah, we can't sustain things unless we add in mindful periods to the mix. We get exhausted because we're spending too much time in what I call the limited mind, the mind between your ears, the neuro rigmarole. Everything is neuro these days, but in fact, the body is much more important than the brain. And the heart really is your brain because it does have neurotransmitters in it. And if we all live from the heart, then the world will become a very different place. So this week we're reflecting really on governance. So governance really, most of us may think it's something that is rather official. It concerns corporations and large organizations and so on. But in fact, really, we can see governance as how decisions are made and what keeps people accountable, both formally and informally. In other words, it's the rules we live by inside ourselves, in relationships, and also in organizations. So as we move into this practice, please think about your governance, self-governance. The nervous system is key to all this. And if we are not regulated, if we're in some way abusing or neglecting our nervous system because we're spending too much time in the head, then we're going to get into trouble. And of course, burnout is one of the prime worries of this kind of behavior. That inability to receive signals from your body because you're not connected to your body. You're not considering or involving your body in all your pursuits. So many things change when we are simply working from the head. We calculate, we summarize, we analyze, etc. And all of these are very necessary skills, but they're not skills to live by. We can live in a very natural way if we come out of that fabulous set of tools, come down into the heart, come down into the body, come down into self-compassion. And this is how we are meant to live. We are have never been meant to live from cognition, from the limited but brilliant mind. It's the heart that is our leader in terms of life. And I feel it every day. When I interact with people, I get a very warm feeling in my heart. It makes everything worthwhile. Building a business is very difficult. You've got to keep showing up. You've got to keep working away to get credibility and so on. But basically, if I interact with someone, it's such a wonderful relief to have a compliment or to have an intelligent question or something like that. I love it. And it fuels me for flowing through or flowing over or around all the obstacles that do crop up when we are establishing a business or as entrepreneurs and so on. So, self governance then really is about your body and your nervous system. Um, Relational governance is about how we influence each other. Both of these are key in my life. Organizational governance is more about roles and policies, KPIs, and so on. And we've also got cultural governance, and cultural governance is really about norms, values, and expectations. So, recently I ran a poll on LinkedIn. Please vote if you can. We're putting together an assessment of what people think about governance, and we'll be reporting that on Friday at the end of the week. So let's go into our practice. We're going to start, as we always do, with the ringing of a bell. And when you hear my bell, when you detect the vibrations of my bell, please just allow your eyelids to soften and let them fall, leaving a rim of light open at the bottom of your gaze so you don't get sleepy. It's important to be utterly aware during this practice. And the second thing is, it's good to sit with a vertical spine if you can, the crown of your head going up into the sky, your feet flat on the floor, and then you have a wonderful connection between the earth, planet Earth, and the heavens. So, of course, if you have an injury or you're not well, you must lean. You must be comfortable above all. And if you're not, you probably can't maintain your focus. So, whatever you do, however you stand or sit, make sure you're comfortable. But the true benefit comes from having a vertical spine and from sitting independently or standing independently instead of leaning. Okay, here we go. So when you detect the vibration of my bell, allow your eyelids to soften and to fall, and keep them open just a little rim at the end of your gaze, bottom of your gaze, and glance at the tip of your nose if it helps. Here we go. Okay, take your time to come down into your inner core, moving away from the visual distractions, the intellectual firework displays, down into a much quieter, more stable place deep inside you. And as you come down into your core, two things will probably happen. The first is you'll become very aware of your breath, and this is excellent to give attention to the breath, to breathe consciously. So don't do anything, just breathe with your breath. Follow the rhythm Notice your shoulders. Are they tight? Are they held? Is your chest open? How about the rest of your body? Notice that, because by the end of the practice, it will have changed for the good. The second thing you may notice as you descend into your inner core, your unlimited mind, is your tendency perhaps to generate images and words as I speak. Oh, don't worry, we're trained to do this, but here you don't need to do that. This is a place where I will guide you, provide everything you need. So just gently pull yourself away from that tendency. We don't need it here in the invisible world. The visible world is only possible via symbols. Yeah, we use symbols, words, images, etc. In the invisible world, we don't need those symbols. We get right down to reality, beneath and behind those symbols. So, breathing with your breath, feeling your spine emanating up into the heavens, the crown of your head going upwards, and your feet flat on the floor, using gravity to really ground you. Feel a heaviness in your lower body, in your sitting bones if you're sitting, and if you're standing, feel the weight of your body going down through your feet. And then we have the urge to be upright, which we have had for many thousands of years now. We can see so far. We can pick fruit from the highest trees, from the highest branches of trees. So being upright is our natural state now. So just feel that urge, that excitement to be upwards, and feel the gravity, the force, magnetic force of the earth really holding you down in your seat, down on the planet. This is the ideal, the pull, the upward aspiration and the downward grounding. Okay, let's move into stage 1. Channel all the energy of your mind, no distractions, nothing to do. Channel it all into a bright, hot laser beam. It may take a moment for you to really focus on this laser beam, bringing all of your unique, powerful energy into this single beam. And you're going to slide this beam outside your immediate environment, outside your windows and walls, outside your ceilings and roof. If you're in a vehicle, outside the vehicle, and if you're outdoors, as far afield as you can. We're going to start to scan the outer environment with our power beam, little by little, seeking vibrations, detecting vibrations. And when we do encounter a vibration, whether near or far, large or small, accept and move on. So pause, accept, and move on. No questions, no labels, no words. We don't need them here. We just accept. We're putting aside the intellectual mind just for the next 20 minutes. So scan methodically above, below, to the left, to the right, in front, and behind. And as you scan the outer environment as far afield as you can, think of a 10-mile radius. Really project your beam as far as you can and listen with your whole body, like a tiger in a jungle, creeping through the undergrowth. Every vibration is vital to survival. The next one could be a meal. Another may be a threat. And so animals, when they are hunting or pursuing anything, are 100% alert and alive. Every hair follicle, every skin pore awake, so that they are ready to react. So scan the outer environment from the crown of your head right down to the tips of your toes. Wonderful. Let's move to stage 2. Slide very smoothly, effortlessly, slide your laser beam, bright, hot, unique to you, inside your environment, inside your walls and windows, beneath your roof and ceilings. If you're in a vehicle, inside, and if you're outdoors, create a 30-meter radius around you and scan just up to that limit. And start to scan above, up into the sky, below, down into the earth, down into your floor corners, underneath your furniture, to the left, to the right, in front and behind, scanning in all directions. And when you encounter a vibration, pause, accept, and move on. And as you scan meticulously with all your attention, no distraction, let me point out the incredible miracle of your breath. Unconditional, always there. We breathe between 20 and 24,000 times every 24 hours without fail, unless we're unfortunately involved in accidents or have disease. The breath is always there. It represents an extraordinary relationship we each have with the earth. We each breathe in different ways. 8 billion people breathing on the face of the earth. It is your most cherished asset. It costs nothing. You can't own it. It's nothing to do with status. It is a resource that only the earth can provide. And that's why our human species has thrived. Our bodies are 100% evolved so that they efficiently process the oxygen, retaining the nutrients, expelling the harmful gases, and giving us life. There is nothing more precious than the breath. It gives life. Breath is life. And so it's wonderful to start each day with gratitude for this incredible opportunity to be human. Let the gratitude come from your body. It's not a thought. We can't use cognition. Gratitude is a feeling, it's a state, and it starts in your body, probably down in your gut or your solar plexus, and it rises, and the heart opens. So, really summon up gratitude from your body and hold it. This is the foundation of everything you do. Being here and now and appreciating everything we have. We have so much. But above all, we have life. Wonderful. Let's move to stage 3. Slide the incredible beam of your unique energy and existence inside your body, right down to the tips of your toes, and start to scan along the tops of your feet, along the soles of your feet towards the heels, little by little, detecting vibration, illuminating any darkness or any tightness, and slide your laser beam up into your ankle joints. Make space and light there. Soften the cartilage. Then we start to scan up the lower leg, little by little, detecting vibrations. And eventually we encounter the calf muscles They are often hard from bombardment of gravity and poor posture, tiredness, etc. So take the heat and light of your mind inside those muscles and soften them, warm them. Slide up into your knee joints, make space and light inside. And then we come to the thigh, the longest bone muscle area in most humans. I'll start to scan along your thigh, little by little. And when you encounter a vibration or illuminate a darkness, tightness, pause, accept, and move on. Keep scanning. Eventually, we encounter the torso, and at the base of the torso, the most important energy center of your whole body, the base chakra. This is where, for women, we give birth, men procreate, and everybody eliminates toxins, which is essential for survival. Very special area, hot, energetic center. Nearby, you'll find the coccyx, 3 to 5 little tiny bones. Scan up those, and then the sacrum, which is a spade-shaped bone. Scan up that. And then we find ourselves in the lumbar spine. These are chunky bones, weight-bearing bones. And we have a bone and then disc, a white cartilaginous disc. Bone, disc. Start to scan up the back of the body in the center. Bone, disc, bone, disc, up behind the intestines, busily processing all your food. Bone, disc, up behind the solar plexus, the center of gravity of your body, and up behind the diaphragm, the principal breathing muscle of your body. Bone, disc, bone, disc. And eventually we encounter the rib cage. Inside the rib cage, all your vital organs, but the most important and magnificent is your heart, emanating electromagnetic vibrations 60 times stronger than your brain. Climb up behind your heart, bone, disc, bone, disc. The bones and discs are smaller now as we climb. Bone, disc, and you come to the top part of the chest, and there we can find the lungs flickering away madly 24/7 for 50, 60, 70, 80, even 90 years of life, supporting us constantly. Bone, disc, bone, disc. Then we come to the notch on the back of your neck. You can reach up and feel it if it helps. From here on up, the cervical spine is much smaller. Bone, disc, bone, disc. And eventually, at the top of the spine is the atlas joint. This is where the skull pivots. And we have up to 10,000 different orientations of head and neck, facial expressions at our disposal, which makes us master communicators. And there you have it, the crown of your head above the sky and the heavens, and the planet below you. When you detect the vibration of my bell, allow your eyelids to float open and gaze softly ahead. Wonderful. I hope you feel as good as I do after just 25 minutes. Notice your state, compare it with the state before we started, and you'll see that your breath rhythm has changed, your shoulders have softened, your chest has opened, your whole body is aware through whole body listening, and your spine has lengthened by at least 1 centimeter, simply with the power and attention of your laser mind. Have a wonderful day ahead. This is the absolutely best place to navigate the intellectual visual world from, anchored here with your breath and your spine and grounded on the earth. I wish you a beautiful day, and I'll see you again on Friday. Thank you so much. And if you'd like to know more about continuing on with this work in your own time, then I'll leave a link for my Lodestone 1, which is a 30-day mindful practice guided by me. So you can do this, achieve this wonderful feeling every single day, 30 minutes a day. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you on Friday. Same time, same place. But it's probably Thursday with you. Okay. Bye-bye for now.